this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Mets and the Washington Nationals. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac. The staffs for these two teams sure to be a focal point as this series moves along.
Hey, just like any team, pitching is going to be the key factor for this ball club as the year plays out. I'm sure the staff will have its ups and downs, but putting together some quality outings early in the season could do wonders for this club getting out of the gate with a good start.
It's a date that's been circled for weeks, and it's finally here. Opening night on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Mitchell Parker gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
Francisco Lindor is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. And that one is gone. It's a solo shot for Frankie Lindor. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Mets are on the board first, 1-0.
I love the way this lineup's constructed. Right out of the gate, they smack you right in the mouth with one of the better power hitters in their lineup. And he takes him deep right there to set the tone.
Juan Soto to the plate now.
Right fielder.
Yes, he'll take a look at ball one. And he fouls this one off.
If you're on the mound right here, you got to trust your catcher and execute. You know who's coming up to the plate.
The 1-1. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Grounded up the first baseline. Reined in. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting third.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup. I find myself thinking back to my playing days when I knew I had the ace on the mound. It had to be win day, and when you get in a car to drive to the yard, you tell yourself, even though you felt bad about it, just get 2 or 3. All the pressure's on the big boy to have to execute, and he usually does. Look for this line.
Oh, just a sec. What a play. Not in time. Nearly a highlight reel play, but they'll have a runner on here with one away.
Batting fourth.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by that second baseman right there. I didn't think he was going to be able to get to that ball. Nice diving stop to keep it in the infield, but you knew that runner smelled knock. He kicked afterburners on getting down the line.
At the plate, number 27. And that one yanked just foul. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the business, in my opinion, but sometimes has a tendency to fall into a pattern where he's given a little bit too much on that outside corner.
Yeah, D-Roll, one of the things he'll do, he'll open up that outside corner, especially with left-handed batters.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. And this will wind up a foul ball. Alonso leads off first with one away. Popped him up. Garcia has a play. And he makes the catch for the second out. So he comes up empty in his first major league at-bat.
I know he was expecting more, but that's a win. If you can put the ball in play, your first big league AB, and you're able to get that adrenaline and the nerves out of you, that's a win right there.
Pulls this one in the air out to left. Wood is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. The batter will be C.J. Abrams. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and no one left. In there, strike one. A 1-1 count to the Nationals leadoff batter.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
He'll take it to the bag himself, and the leadoff man is gone here to start the home first. Time now from our nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. D-Row, what do you got in this lineup in the series opener?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup filled with young bloods, just young guys, hungry, aggressive, trying to do damage and move traffic to both gaps. Line-to-line power up and down this lineup. Should be interesting to see if this pitcher uses their aggressiveness against them. Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch, get ahead, get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Bases are empty, one man out. Down the first base line. He's got it. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, the first baseman, Nate.
In now for Washington, Nate Lowe. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. And that's by him. It's 0-1. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
Hey, this is an amazing inning right here. Attacking the zone, keeping his defense invested. Chance to get off the field super quick.
The 0-2 once more. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking. 3 up. Second inning set to go. And ready to bat next, the Wyoming native Brandon Nimmo. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner. Now a dive in right, but he can't haul it in. And now this is going to be big trouble out there. And he is into third with a leadoff triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Into the box now, Luis Torrens. Popped him up. Ruiz moving to his left. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
So here's how the Washington Nationals are positioned defensively. And the guy patrolling center field today, I can't emphasize this enough. If you want a good ball club, you better be strong up the middle. Center field being that main component with catcher, shortstop, and second base. This guy takes tremendous routes to the ball, strong and accurate arm, and just a leader on the field.
Abrams backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 35, Clay Holmes.
And stepping in, Clay Holmes, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. From the stretch. Pitch popped up. Ruiz over to his left. No problem with this one, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, it'll be Luis Garcia. They'll look to spark the offense and even things up. Now the first pitch. Garcia hits right-handed pitching very well. Makes a lot of contact, but he generally isn't known for displaying a lot of power. You'll see a lot of line drives and ground balls from him in these situations.
Yeah, I almost think he has too good of hand-eye coordination, Matty. Sometimes maybe just attacks that pitch that's not there to do major damage with, but could just drive it up the middle the other way and take his knock, and that's what he's been able to do.
Another 1-2 delivery. Again, he sends it out of play.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you can see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. We're in the second, 1-0 Mets early on. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
Striding in now for the Nats, Keibert Ruiz will try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Alonso is there for it. And he makes the catch to retire the side. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Francisco Lindor is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning. 1-0. High in the air out towards shallow right. Call has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
Now batting, the right field.
Now 1 down with the bases empty, and digging into bat next, the ever dangerous Juan Soto. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Wood comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning.
Now batting.
And now Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
First pitch on the way. Fouled off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
He's right there. Over to first, and that retires the side. Now it'll be James Wood, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And he takes strike 2. This is skied into short left center. Lindor backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Into the box, Alex Call, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Nationals have yet to crack the hit column thus far. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. And another foul ball. Now the pitch. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that?
A dive and he knocks it down. And there is some stick-to-itiveness as they still manage to get the out at first. What a play.
No pitcher. Mitchell Parker.
Into the box now the Nationals pitcher, Mitchell Parker. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss on the slider. 0-1.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding the zone.
Called strike. 0-2. 0-2 count and the pitch. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Count remains at 0-2.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Heater caught too much of the zone.
Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the 3rd strike, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. Striding in is number 27. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Third baseman, Mark Vientos.
Now the pitch. And there's a base hit on the line. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Vientos has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Here's Starling Marte. Fly ball right down the line and left. Wood has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a shot toward right center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And they'll have runners at 2nd and 3rd following the 1-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with 2 runners in scoring position.
At the plate now, Luis Torrens hit back up the middle. only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
Probably wanted more out of that at bat with runners in scoring position, but at least he does the job and brings one home. Maybe the next guy can pick up the runner at third now.
Jeff McNeil is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
The 1-1 home. Here's a pop-up now. Rosario calls for it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. Forced to settle for 1 here in the inning. So the Nats lineup turns over, and to the plate, C.J. Abrams back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout, and there's 1 away.
Fielder, Jacob Young.
Stepping in now, Jacob Young, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Jacob Young has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
Nate Lowe will stand in for the 2nd time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
2 takes, and now he's down 0-2. I'm not sure, but he may have been taking to give a guy at first a chance to run.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, out number 2. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. Luis Garcia is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Runners on the move for second. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So here now is the pitcher. Clay Holmes popped into foul ground his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and I think that pop out was just a result of poor pitch selection. Got to see the pitch over the heart of the plate. He chased well out of the zone, and as a result, didn't really put a good swing on that.
And it's 1-1. And he fouls this one off. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Here's the pitch. Slow roller left side. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. 1 for 2 with a solo shot that came back in the 1st inning. Grounded back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
Here now is Juan Soto as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Little slide step action there, Dan.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
Now the 2-1 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Right fielder looking up, still ranging back. Gone! A two-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Mets have jumped out to a 4-0 lead.
Normally this matchup is the last thing you want to see, left on left, but he kept his front shoulder square, stayed in that at bat, and absolutely demolished that baseball.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So here's Pete Alonso. As he grounds one briskly to short, right to him. And boy, disaster averted that time as the throw takes the first baseman right into the baseline, but he makes the swipe tag and gets out number 2.
And everyone knows that you set the tone on opening day, and that's not the kind of tone they want to set. They made fielding a priority in the spring, but it doesn't translate on that play. Might be some early season jitters, too.
0-1, here's the pitch. Swing, and he launches this one to deep left field. Left fielder looking up to the track, to the wall, and it's gone as they add still another. So that's his first home run in the big leagues, and it's fair to say it's a moment he'll never forget.
Well, there's no doubt about that, Matt. People ask him 50 years from now who he hit it off of and what stadium he was playing in, and he'll remember it all. Heck, he'll probably remember what kind of pitch it was, too. Hopefully he can get the ball back so that can go in his trophy case forever.
Digging in next will be Starling Marte. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Wood gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Mets lead it 5-0.